Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so your friends see it. Thank you.
Special report: Susan Rice told NSC officials to stand down in response to Russian meddling attempts. Former National Security Advisor Susan Rice issued a stand-down order to National Security Council officials developing aggressive options to respond to Russian meddling in the 2016 presidential election. A new excerpt from Russian Roulette, the inside story of Putin's war on America and the election of Donald Trump, reveals. NSC officials were reportedly alarmed by Russia's attempts to meddle in the 2016 presidential election, including the hacking of Democratic National Committee officials' emails, and those belonging to Hillary Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta. Michael Daniel, an NSC official responsible for the Russia portfolio, told to the book's authors of multiple plans to strike fear in Russian President Vladimir Putin with the aim of ending Russia's election meddling. These plans included surreptitiously releasing personal information about Putin's family, which revealed corruption in Putin's political party, and even crafting a large cybersecurity exercise as a public threat to Russia. Daniel additionally told the authors that when Rice caught wind of his planning, she called him and berated him. One day in late August, National Security Advisor Susan Rice called Daniel into her office and demanded he cease and desist from working on the cyber options he was developing. "Don't get ahead of us," she warned him. The White House was not prepared to endorse any of these ideas. Daniel and his team in the White House Cyber Response Group were given strict orders: stand down. She told Daniel to knock it off, he recalled. Obama officials have since lamented we sort of choked in response to the Russian meddling in the 2016 presidential election. The former president instead took it upon himself to warn Putin in person during a face-to-face meeting in September 2016 to knock it off in terms of election meddling, with an explicit warning of consequences if it continued. Report: McCain secretly plotted to have Trump impeached by confronting him with dossier. Arizona Senator John McCain has become too liberal for his own good. McCain has secretly been working with Democrats in their attempt to have President impeached. This is outrageous. McCain used the unverified Trump dossier, which he handed to the FBI, to take down Trump and pressure him into resigning. Here's the scoop. From BizPac Review. John McCain's rivalry with President Trump nearly led to a confrontation intended to remove the New York billionaire from office. In a detailed profile of dossier author Christopher Steele for The New Yorker, a former national security official said longtime McCain associate David J. Kramer hatched a plot whereby the Arizona Republican lawmaker would confront the president with the unverified document to pressure him to resign. Kramer, a Russia expert and former State Department official, received the dossier directly from Fusion GPS co-founder Glenn Simpson. Continued. Upon receiving the document, McCain in turn handed it over to FBI Director James Comey in December 2016, by which time the Bureau already had access to the dossier and had used it to obtain FISA surveillance warrants on Trump campaign advisor Carter Page. According to The New Yorker, Kramer intended to use the document to force President Trump to step down. After Kramer promised to share the document only with McCain, Steele arranged for Kramer to receive a copy in Washington. But a former national security official who spoke with Kramer at the time told me that one of Kramer's ideas was to have McCain confront Trump with the evidence, in the hope that Trump would resign. He would tell Trump, "The Russians have got you," the former official told me. The New Yorker noted that a lawyer for Kramer denied the claim from the unnamed national security official, saying that his client never planned to have the president resign. "This is a monster. McCain needs to resign." Stunning poll. The floor just dropped out under Dems, you'll cheer. Following a year or so in office, President Trump has followed through on a considerable lot of his promises to destroy the harming work of Obama, Pelosi, and Schumer. As per the surveys, it would appear that the American individuals are at long last taking note. In spite of consistent abuse and misinformation from the media, President Trump keeps on striving to put this nation first. However, all he gets from Democrats are assaults, untruths, and obstruction. It's a ponder the president has possessed the capacity to gain any progress in that swampy city of Washington, D.C. Liberals will keep on opposing this administration on each level. In any case, they just got a severe shock, after a current poll dropped. Via Daily Caller. More than 50% of Americans approve of how President Donald Trump is handling the economy and his administration's efforts to combat terrorism, according to a Gallup poll released Thursday morning. 51% of Americans think Trump is doing well when it comes to the economy, with 47% of Americans disapproving of his economic agenda. Some 52% of Americans approve of the Trump administration's handling of terrorism while 46% disapprove. Gallup pollsters conducted phone interviews from February 1 to 10 and the results are the responses of 1,044 adults, aged 18 and older, living in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. The margin of error is plus or minus 4 percentage points. We realize that polls are constantly suspect. It's extremely simple to influence the results. We saw that in 2016 when most significant polls anticipated Trump would lose. However, even with those imperfections set up, this Gallup poll gives Trump a reasonable triumph. More Americans are approving of his work on the economy and terrorism. That is after mainstream media support us a steady diet of untruths and despise. That is with Democrats, and a few Republicans in name only, endeavoring to undermine the administration's work. In any case, it shocks no one. A huge number of Americans are making the most of their new, lower taxes. Administrations are bringing back jobs. Around the globe we see ISIS getting steadily defeated. The main ponder is the means by which anybody can object to what's happening. However, with this uplifting news, there's still quite a lot more to be finished. Liberals will proceed to undermine and oppose our progress. They won't stop until our traditions, rights, and lifestyle are no more. We should ensure they are altogether voted out for good. What do you think about this? Do not hesitate and write your thoughts in the comments section below. Jeff Sessions revealed the one secret James Comey was dreading. The FBI spying on the Trump campaign is the worst scandal in American political history. So much of the FBI's conduct is still shrouded in mystery. But in one interview, Attorney General Jeff Sessions revealed the one secret that has James Comey and the deep state on edge. Sessions sat for an interview with Fox News where he revealed that he appointed a prosecutor to investigate the FBI's FISA abuses months ago. He also said he is considering the request made by House Oversight Chairman Trey Gowdy and House Judiciary Chairman Bob Goodlatte to appoint a special counsel. Breitbart reports. Attorney General Jeff Sessions appointed prosecutors in 2017 to investigate matters Congress referred to the U.S. Department of Justice, DOJ, as growing scandals possibly involved criminal activities. These prosecutors will report directly back to Sessions, who told Fox News on Wednesday night that he will then decide whether a second special prosecutor is necessary to take these matters to court. Critics of the Attorney General have said he needs to look into matters where there are suspicions that crimes may have been committed, such as the growing scandal regarding Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, FISA, search warrants to spy on members of President Trump's campaign and transition team in 2016. Emerging evidence suggests this surveillance continued after the presidential election. He is doing exactly that, Sessions told Shannon Bream during an interview Wednesday. The Attorney General has appointed a prosecutor with many years in the Department of Justice to investigate these things, and will consider seriously appointing a second special counsel to possibly bring criminal charges. Gowdy has said a special counsel is necessary because the Department of Justice oversees the FBI, so there is an inherent conflict of interest. The Daily Caller reports. Barter Omo asked, so we should have then you believe another special counsel to investigate these matters? How does one investigate itself frankly? Well, you don't. I wish that I had been able to grade my own papers in college and law school, but I was not able to. I would have done better first of all, but we don't put family members on the jury. We don't put friends on the jury, Gowdy answered. You need an independent arbiter, and the Department of Justice cannot investigate itself. Horowitz is a fair guy, but when there are 24 witnesses that have left the department or worked for another agency, someone else has to do it, and I am reluctant to call for special counsel, but I think it may be unavoidable in this fact pattern. Do you believe Sessions should appoint a special counsel? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. HT Breitbart